Okay. What's good, Westman? It's your girl, Paige Lane Balzac, local real estate agent and resource. I'm coming at you with video number 2 of what I'm seeing in a competitive market in West Michigan. If you haven't checked out my first video, that's about the escalation clause. Doesn't take long. Go check it out because it's going to tie into this one a lot better. This video is in reference to an appraisal gap, or also known as an appraisal guarantee. So if you haven't seen the previous video, go watch it. But in a nutshell, I was saying there are competitive offers and multiple offers we're seeing in West Michigan due to the low inventory. With low inventory, you have more than one buyer wanting the same home because there's just not a lot to pick from. So in my previous video, what I was saying is that people were offering at or above asking. And with multiple offers, it would drive the price up. And driving the price up. So let's just say you have a house here for $200,000, but it gets 20 offers and it goes all the way up to $275,000. And we're going to address that. Now, first and foremost, in real estate, they say cash is king. Let me give you an illustration. Money bag. Crown. Now there's 2 reasons why cash is king in real estate. First and foremost is it closes quicker. You're just bringing a cashier's check to your closing table. It doesn't take as long because you're not getting a home loan. When you're not getting a home loan, you don't have underwriters and appraisals to deal with. Now this is going to be in reference to, you guessed it, the appraisal. I know you're wondering, what is an appraisal? An appraisal is something that you can either get as a homeowner anytime, or most commonly a home loan officer or a lender is going to get it to determine an expert opinion of the value of your property. The appraiser will go by previous recent sales of comparable homes that will match close to yours and what they sold for to determine their expert opinion of the value of your property. The reason a lender will get that is because they're not about to loan you, say, $200,000 if they don't have something backing that the house is worth that. Make sense? So that's why a home loan officer will get an appraisal to back the loan that they're giving you. With an appraisal, again, we're going cash. With an appraisal, and the gap is what I'm going to address in this video. So let's say your offers, again, are going to go up $75,000 above asking. Now that's a little, it's cold. Sorry, I'm in my 3 season and it's not warm in here. But so now this is a little extreme, $75K above asking. But I want to give you a good example. So let's say we have an offer for $240 and it's cash only. So cash only means what? They don't need to get an appraisal, and that's another reason why cash is king. They don't need an appraisal to determine the value of the home because they're not getting a loan to back it. So it doesn't matter how much cash they're giving them. And that's what makes it more enticing for sellers, because it doesn't take as long because they're not going through a lender, as well as they don't need an appraisal. So they don't need to worry about what the value comes in at. No matter what, this value is going to be the same. Now, most people that are purchasing a home are going to get a loan on it. So not all offers are going to be cash. But again, some of these are loans and they need an appraisal. Appraisal gap or appraisal guarantee is simply this. It's a sum of money. It's another bag. Let's draw another bag right here. It's another bag of cash. So this is cash that this buyer that's coming forward with this offer that they get from the lender, $275. This is a bag of cash that they're using to gap any bridge that the appraisal will be. So let's just say the appraisal comes in at $250. Now, if they're offering $275, but their appraisal only comes in at $250, is the lender going to give them that full $275? The answer is hell no. Why would they? That's $25,000 difference. So what home buyers are doing right now to be competitive is they built up a nest egg, and they're actually throwing their own money down, their own cash on top of their loan. So it appraises at $250,000. Now the lenders, yeah, they're good with that because that's what the appraisal value is. So they can loan that out. In addition to that, this buyer came off at $25,000 to gap this bridge. Appraisal bridge, appraisal gap, appraisal guarantee. If you hear that terminology in real estate right now, that's what you're talking about, is bridging the gap of the appraisal and the actual amount you're offering. Does that make sense? I really hope it does, because I don't know how else I can explain it. But that's what it is. And we're seeing this with offers with home buyers. So even though they have a loan amount of a specific amount and they can go that high, if an appraiser doesn't see that amount with the sold houses nearby recently, they're not going to get the loan on that. They're not going to get the loan on it, and they don't have cash. The seller will have to come down on the price in order for the transaction to go through and to close. Because again, if they can't get appraised at that amount, they will not get the loan. So the seller would either be looking at a fall through of a sale. The sale's going to fall through and they're going to have to start all over again. Or coming down $25,000 if they didn't have this. So this is giving buyers an extra competitive edge in this market, having that amount of money to give that cushion, and it's giving the seller a peace of mind that they're not going to have to come down on the price or start all over on their sale. Appraisal gap, appraisal guarantee, appraisal bridge. This is what this video is about, and this is what we're seeing. So essentially, don't go throwing an offer all crazy if the market value isn't there, if you're not going to back it with some sort of money. Because if you don't have the money and it's not going to appraise, that seller may not be as enticed to go with your offer. So just keep that in mind, that we are seeing that. Not to this extreme, I wouldn't say. I mean, that's happening as well. But we are seeing it in general, you know. I get feedback back from offers. Hey, appraisal gaps ran anywhere between $1,000 and $5,000 or $1,000 and $10,000. So people are putting that additional money down to bridge that gap in case the house doesn't appraise. Now, if the house does appraise at that value, they're going to have that extra money, whether they want to put it into home updates or if they want to put it more toward their closing costs or down payment, they still have that. But this is just explaining to you, sometimes when people are writing an offer and they're going way above asking, in order to make their offer a little bit more enticing for sellers, they're going to offer a little cash in case they need to bridge this appraisal gap. All right, I hope that made sense. Make sure to click on the link in description if you're planning on buying, selling, investing. Let me know. Get in touch with me. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks again for tuning in on this beautiful 37-degree day. I can't wait for sunshine. I know y'all can't either. It's coming Thursday, a weather lady told me. Anyways, thank you, West Michigan, again. Make sure to share.